with breaking news out of North Idaho.
At first, nothing about this investigation added up. Every answer created two more questions. Every new clue pointed somewhere else. And just when detectives thought they were getting closer, the case took another unexpected turn. What really happened inside that house isn't as straightforward as it first appears, but why this house? Why these students? And who was watching long before that night?
Disclaimer: this documentary is based on publicly available information, court records, and credible news reports available at the time of production. It is intended for educational and informational purposes only. The events and evidence discussed reflect the status of the investigation and legal proceedings. Any individual charged with a crime is presumed innocent unless and until proven guilty in a court of law. Viewer discretion is advised, as this video discusses real crimes involving violence and loss of life.
On November 13, 2022, Moscow, Idaho. What began as an ordinary Saturday night would become one of the most shocking murder cases in modern American history. Inside an off-campus home near the University of Idaho, 6 students had returned after a night out. By morning, 4 of them would be dead. The victims were Madison Mogen, Kaylee Goncalves, Xana Kernodle, and Ethan Chapin. All young college students with bright futures ahead of them. Kaylee had returned to Moscow for one final weekend with her closest friends before moving away. None of them knew it would be their last night together. Sometime after 4:00 a.m., an intruder entered the house through a sliding glass door and brutally stabbed the 4 victims to death with a fixed-blade knife. 2 other roommates, sleeping on the first floor, survived the attack. One surviving roommate later reported seeing a masked man dressed in black walking past her before leaving through the back of the house. Just before noon, a frantic 911 call brought police to what would become one of Idaho's most complex homicide investigations. There was no murder weapon, no obvious motive, and at first, no suspect. Investigators from the Moscow Police Department, Idaho State Police, and the FBI spent weeks analyzing surveillance footage, cell phone records, and thousands of tips. One crucial piece of evidence changed everything: a leather knife sheath found beside one of the victims. DNA recovered from the sheath was eventually linked to Bryan Kohberger, a criminology Ph.D. student living just a few miles away in Pullman, Washington. Surveillance cameras also captured a white Hyundai Elantra repeatedly traveling near the crime scene that morning, while cell phone records helped investigators reconstruct his movements. On December 30, 2022, Kohberger was arrested at his parents' home in Pennsylvania and charged with 4 counts of first-degree murder and burglary. After maintaining his innocence for more than 2 years, he pleaded guilty in July 2025, admitting to the killings. He was sentenced to 4 consecutive life sentences without the possibility of parole. However, he has never revealed why he committed the murders, leaving one haunting question unanswered: why? Even after the confession, the motive remains unknown, making the Idaho Student Murders one of the most disturbing and mysterious true crime cases in recent history.